going on, guys? I'm Ben, and today I'm going to be doing the Creatures of the Night tag. This tag was created by Kat over at Cattytastic, and I wasn't tagged by anybody to do this tag, but it seems like a lot of fun. It's October, it's Halloween, and when else am I going to be able to do this one? For this tag, I have a list of 10 different Creatures of the Night, and for each of those creatures, I'm going to share with you my favorite book with that creature in it. So, let's get started. For this first one, I'm going to go with Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice, and this is a beaten up and tattered copy. I've had this one since I was a little kid, maybe 10 or 11 years old, and I have read this thing several times. I really enjoy the characters, I really enjoy this story, I enjoy this series. I remember after I read this and saw the movie, I was obsessed with all things vampires. I couldn't get enough. If a book even mentioned the word vampire or had vampires in it, I was all over that stuff. Unfortunately for this one, I haven't read very many books that have werewolves in it. So for this one, I'm going to go with The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. I know there's at least one werewolf in here. I really enjoyed this series, this little trilogy. I love how it kind of intertwines with the Mortal Instruments, the last 3 books. And I also like that you can read this by itself and it's still a great little trilogy, but I like how it's made that much better by how it mixes together with the Mortal Instruments series. I haven't really read anything with zombies in it. They're not my sort of monster. They're not my sort of creature. I'm not a huge fan of those stories. For this one, I'm going to go with Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. There is a few zombie sailors in this one, and that's pretty much the only zombies I've read is in this story, I believe. There's not really any undead characters that I remember reading about or anywhere in any of the stories that I can remember right offhand. So, yeah. Sea of Monsters. And for Ghost, I'm going to go with the Harry Potter series, which I am currently rereading and I will finish by the end of the year. I am going to finish it by the end of the year. But I really do enjoy the Ghost in this. I enjoy pretty much everything about this series. I really do. It is part of my childhood, part of me growing up, so I will forever like this story. And for Fairy/Fae, I'm going to go with The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I seem to be doing all series for these questions I'm supposed to be picking out a book for. It's okay. It's okay. I can cheat. I promise you it's okay. Like I said before, I do enjoy how this series, the last 3 books, and the Infernal Devices trilogy sort of work together. They sort of merge to create this amazing story. You can enjoy them separate, you can enjoy them together, and I just really enjoy how Cassandra Clare worked that in and made that happen. Pretty much every single creature that is on the list for this tag is mentioned somewhere in the Infernal Devices or the Mortal Instruments series. So, for Demons, I'm going to go with Good Omens by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. I love all of the parts, all of the scenes with Crowley and Aziraphale. Crowley is the demon in this, and Aziraphale is the angel. I love the dialogue that those two characters have. I like the little adventures that they go on. I wish the entire book was focused on those two characters. The first half is, the second half not so much, but I enjoy all the parts that have those two characters in this. For Angels, I'm going to go with Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor because I've already used the Mortal Instruments, and if I'm not mistaken, those are the only 2 books I've read with angels in them. I did enjoy this story. It did take a while for it to sort of pick up for me. I didn't enjoy maybe the first 100 pages or so. I got into it after that. I got into the concepts, and it got quite a bit more interesting for me, and I hear books 2 and 3 pick up even more, so I'm going to look forward to getting into those, and hopefully I can do that here pretty soon. for aliens, I'm pretty much going to pick every book on the bottom shelves of my bookshelves here. It's pretty much all Star Wars, and there's a few X-Files books thrown in there, but as far as aliens go, it's pretty much the bottom two shelves of my bookcases here. As many of you know, I am a sucker for a good superpowered human story, and I read this a couple months ago, Vicious by V.E. Schwab, and I was blown away by how good this was. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was. There is so much that is packed into this little book right here. I really enjoyed following along with the story. It is one of the only books I have read that I have not been able to guess what was going to happen next. It was just really fun to get through. I enjoyed following all the characters. They didn't seem flat to me. It was just a really good story, and I can't believe I held off on reading it for so long. My wizard is going to be from The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. I'm going to go with Gandalf because he's a boss. This is another group of books I've read since I was a little kid. I've read The Hobbit every year in December, usually around winter holiday breaks, and I haven't read The Lord of the Rings in a while, which I need to fix that. I need to go back and read them all again, but I do enjoy these books. So that was the Creatures of the Night book tag. If you would like to do the tag, go ahead and do it. It was a lot of fun to put together. As always, you guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon with a new video.